Hello everyone, how's it going? This is a review of chapter 1133 of One Piece, and boy what a chapter it was. Before we begin though, I would appreciate it if you could like the video and subscribe to my channel, thank you. Now without further ado, let's start the review. But first, we have to talk about the cover story. In this installment, we see that apparently Holden is still around, and he has once again taken Tama hostage. Although it shouldn't really be a problem, since for Yamato, someone like Holden isn't really much of a threat. So unless something unexpected happens, Holden will probably be taken care of by the next chapter. Having said that though, it's interesting that a member of the Beast Pirates is just roaming free in Wano right now, because it opens up the possibility that maybe King, Queen or Jack could also be free. But I guess we will just have to wait and see. Now, moving on to the actual chapter. This is a chapter in the elbaf arc that's almost entirely focused on Robin. I don't think a lot of people would have seen that coming a few years ago. Well, at least before Saul was revealed to still be alive. Speaking of that, when it was first revealed that Saul was still alive, I was one of the people that was unsure if that was the best decision on Oda's part. But after this chapter, I firmly believe that it was a great decision. I really believe that she deserved to have a moment like the reunion she had with Saul in this chapter. I also think that Oda did a really great job with the reunion scene itself, by first reminding the reader just how horrible things were for Robin growing up, and also expanding on it for those who still remember, showing us just how far the WG went to make the world believe that Robin was a demon child. All the crimes and sins that were falsely pinned on an 8-year-old girl just because she knows how to read the poneglyphs. That's it. That's literally the only crime she was guilty of. Guilty in massive quotation marks, of course. And to think there are readers of the story, at least online, who still defend the WG for some reason. It's unbelievable. Anyway, getting back on topic, after the flashback to refresh people's memories on Robin's past, we cut back to the present to see the Straw Hats reuniting with each other as well as with Hyrule. We also get to see just how fantastical Elbaf is. It truly is like a land straight out of a fairy tale. But most importantly, we get to see Robin smiling and enjoying herself, which after the first few pages of the chapter really shows you how far she has come after meeting the Straw Hats. After the reunion, they are about to eat and drink to celebrate, but after Robin talks to Luffy about Saul, the Straw Hats all decide to go with her to meet him. I really like that they all went with her, because it shows that she is definitely not alone anymore. And also on Luffy's part, it's a very subtle way to show just how much he cares for his crew and Robin, because he chose to go with Robin to meet Saul, thus willingly walking away from food. I also really love the way Robin smiles at him in this panel. Now we finally get to the reunion part of the chapter, and again I love the way Oda decided to go about it, by having Saul setting himself up in the exact same situation as when he first met Robin, even dressing up the same way, although that might just be how he dresses normally, but I am choosing to believe that he dressed up this way on purpose. And I also hate Oda for faking us out with the whole fallen and won't get up thing from a few chapters ago. I remember how pissed off I was at the end of that chapter because I thought Oda was going to put Robin through a heartache again. I pretty much had the same reaction as Luffy and Sanji did in this chapter actually. But thankfully Oda didn't do that and instead gave us the best reunion possible. Honestly speaking, I was crying throughout this reunion. Even now I am finding it hard to talk about it without tearing up. Really, after everything she has been through, Robin definitely deserves a moment like this. After this chapter, I don't even care about how Saul survived and all that, because it doesn't matter to me at this point. The only thing that matters is this scene of Robin and Saul embracing while crying their hearts out. My reaction to this scene was the same as the Straw Hats' reactions. Keeping Saul alive was the best decision Oda could have made, if nothing else, just so we could get this scene alone. All in all, this is probably my favorite chapter of One Piece this year, which is really saying something because we have had some amazing chapters this year. But still, for me at least, more than the lore dumps, reveals, fights, etc., this is the reason I read this series. The sadness and the pure joy I felt while reading this chapter. I am so happy that Robin no longer has to suffer the way that she did while growing up, and was able to finally reunite with one of the people that gave her the strength to live on through all the hardships that she went through. She deserves it, she really does. I am almost glad that there's a break, so I can recover after this chapter. Now if you will excuse me, I am going to go and cry some more. Make sure to like the video and subscribe. I will see you in the next review. Bye bye.